a lot for pace. He
And
hasn't really seemed on it.
he does have a stop-go penalty as well, Yarno, so I think that this will be good for Alex just to try and get past him as soon as possible.
Yeah, and if you're just joining us,
He's going to go around. Ooh.
switch back move. Karim has a front row seat of this. If these two go off, he'll be in a very good position.
Yeah, oh, Moraine fastest lap.
Fast lap. Yeah, looks like
Pace is
Moraine
already
picking up the speed.
showing off.
But yeah, Alex. Oh, there's gonna be a little bit of contact. Yano's out.
Oh, Yarno's out. Oh,
And that is going to be one to investigate
safety car again.
after the race. Safety again. What's happened? What, 5 races, 4 races in and out in a row? Wow.
Yeah, I want to say it's been 4 in a row.
Well, okay, let's count back. This one.
Mm.
What was last round?
Japan.
Australia. Japan.
Mexico and Japan, I think.
Mexico, 4 in a row.
Jeez, if this happens every race, then I don't know what to say. But this can help Felix. This can help Esteban as well, because Esteban has an opportunity, because he hasn't pit yet, so he's got a perfect opportunity to come into the pits.
He has pit, but so he's on a 2-stop.
Oh yeah.
Sorry to cut you off there, Ryan. But yeah, this brings.
Asking if he can join.
Yeah, we'll bring Yano in. Yeah, if you suggest him to the party, then I'll invite him. But pretty much what happened is Alex sort of went for a move. He went for a gap that wasn't there, and it was on the little left kink coming up the hill. And there was a little bit of contact, and it will be interesting to see, the verdict from both of their views, because that will definitely be one.
In the pits.
Esteban is in the pits, so I'm gonna invite Yano.
So this is really gonna mix things up yet again, because the safety car seems to always
comes at the right time.
Up the race, so the safety car is always nice to us. It always mixes it up and it allows for a little bit more action.
Yeah, as always, I think this has benefited Karim as well. So hello, Yano, welcome to the party.
Yeah,
I know it's quite fresh, but
I won't say a thing.
Go on. Yeah, could you give us a little rundown of what happened there, because we didn't quite catch it with the camera angle.
Yeah, coming up to the back straight, Alex was coming to the inside of me. I thought there was room, and I turned into the left, and we collided, and where my wheel broke off.
That is a shame. But
yeah.
Another safety car yet again. We've seen quite a few appearances of these, and we're talking about bringing Felix, Karim into contention. I think the one person that really brings into contention is Ryan Clone Wars there in P7.
I'm a lap down, okay.
Disconnecting after the formation lap, maybe? If you got that far.
The formation lap.
Yeah, so we have yet again a third member of the commentary team. Welcome, Yana.
Yeah, thanks.
Welcome, Yana.
Not the way I hoped to join, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
I was struggling all the time.
Yeah, you looked like you were struggling. We thought you were. What? Do you know what the problem was, or?
Yeah, I was in P4. No, yeah, No, I was behind Esteban. I was P5, and then into turn 11, I locked up massively and went onto the grass, and then Max came by, and Karim was right behind me.
Yeah, there's quite a battle there, which entertained us in the opening laps. But a note on tyre temperatures. We saw Max struggling earlier. What was it like for you in the temperatures of the tyres?
Temperatures for me wasn't a problem. It was just the lockups that really destroyed it for me.
And were you running no assists?
Yeah, I was. I was running no assists.
We've got that one sorted now, Ryan.
Yeah.
It's been a bit of a running joke.
I told in the chat already that I used no assist. So
yeah.
You already could have known it.
Yeah, it's just been a little bit of a running joke. Oh, I'm using no assists this race. Oh no, I'm using assists. But little joke between.
Alright, for all the people that are watching, I'm using no assist, only racing line.
You heard it here first.
That's fair enough. We'll let you up. We'll say no assists.
Oh, Felix has had a bit of a.
Felix.
Karim's gone. Everyone's gone.
Karim
What's
has
happened
just
here?
launched himself. Oh my word!
I think
Karim just
Moraine.
launched himself.
Felix is down to
Oh.
P6. There's cars everywhere.
Esteban's challenging for the lead now. With
If that-
Karim, this could be a.
There's
Karim
contact.
spun. Esteban has spun him round. Oh my.
And
word.
Alex
What
is
has
up into
happened?
P1.
This safety car restart. What is this?
Felix
I think
up into P4.
Because Felix, I think Felix jumped the gun. Felix went before Moraine did, and then I think they slowed down again. The people behind just followed suit and just went straight past. That was a very confusing start.
That was a weird
Yeah,
safety
Alex,
car restart.
He was last place. He was in 6th at the safety car restart, and now he's up into 1st. That was so confusing.
Yeah.
Karim was in the lead as well.
Karen's car.
What's that, sorry? Yana?
I don't see any damage on Karen's car, but he's understeering a lot. Maybe a
Yeah.
little bit of damage.
Possibly, I'm not
Maybe a little
sure.
bit.
It looked
Maybe
like a
tire
tap.
taps as well.
It looked like a tap from the rears. Esteban, the two new guys battling down the inside. That was a very nice move from Esteban, as the two Red Bulls are quite close. These two will be a little bit naffed off at the fact that the 1-2 has sort of been snatched from him. And is Felix going to go for it now? Revving out there, the heights of 8th gear. He's close enough for a dive. He's later on the brakes, but not late enough, as again Esteban and Max battling. Max looking around the outside, can't make it work on the medium tyres compared to the fresher softs of Esteban, and you start to question Esteban on fresh softs compared to, do you think that he can take these softs to the end, guys?
It's quite a stretch, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Possibly
Alex
after.
must come in once more.
Does Alex have to stop? you
Otherwise,
think?
he will have a puncture on the end of the race.
Yeah, I
Which
think.
will destroy it all.
Yeah, well, it's 16 laps now. That'll drag the tyre life of 20 laps. So you think Alex might start conserving his tyres, or he will be pushing hard to try and get a gap. Meanwhile, Felix staying with Moraine quite nicely, and I think this will be a good point to prove to see if, as we mentioned earlier, as Max picks up another time penalty, as we mentioned earlier, if Moraine's setup is more towards the 1 lap pace. But Felix has got quite a run as Alex sets the fast lap of the Grand Prix, so clearly not hanging around. Is Felix going to go for a dive? He's close enough, but not close. He's close enough, but not close enough. Alright, thanks, Brain. But that was a bit of a crazy restart. Couple laps into it now, the gaps are sort of ironing out now, so we can all take a breather. Yana, what did you make of that restart?
Yeah, I didn't watch it completely. I was on my phone, and then I saw the restart from the start-finish straight. It was absolutely madness.
It was, yeah. And if say Karim jumped up into P1, if that was all legitimate overtakes, as I believe Max has damage to his front wing, he does there on the front left element. But if they were all legitimate overtakes, then Karim had a very good restart and timed it absolutely perfectly.
I think at the end of the race, Moraine will catch up to Alex very quickly, because his tires will go off faster.
Yeah, you'd think so, but unless Alex is committing to this 2-stop, because he doesn't show any signs. Felix again in front of Moraine, can't. So, do you think it?
Well, if he was gonna, he might aggressive and then just take. But I think the time he comes into pit again, he probably won't have enough time to regain all his positions. So you might just have to go for it.
Yeah, possibly. And 3.5 seconds now is the gap to Moraine, so he's not chilling, and so he's definitely going for it. Max still out in P5 with his damage. Karen P6 closing up 2 max. Felix is a 3-second time gain.
I won't say a thing about my penalties.
Did you have a few penalties?
I had like 20 seconds or something.
Oh wow, so you had a lot.
Two corner cutting penalties and 1 stop go.
Okay, wow, so yeah, that is 21 seconds of penalties, so yeah, not your best race, Yana.
No, I've had worse ones, but Brazil
France springs to mind.
Track I like, yeah.
France Gprl season 3. You're on the lead and then crashed, unfortunately. As all Max is off. Sorry to put in there. Max doing a little pirouette.
Oh, yeah.
Really struggling today is Max. But just 4 more laps to go, and it's points for the debutant. The other debutant, as Felix is a little bit closer to Marine this time. Felix not opting to take. Yeah, that's Max really struggling with his rear tyres now.
I think Felix should just let Marine pass, because I think Felix has got a lot more pace on these tyres. So I think Marine should just. I know it's championship and all, but I think for this moment, because Marcos isn't here, I think Marine can. He can survive just a few points less than what he would have earned normally.
Yeah, well,
so I think he should just let Marine pass.
From what we understand, these two are very close. Most likely in a party talking right now. You can imagine both of them would be a little bit unnerved, and you know, dare I say that the multi-21 phrase has been thrown around. Moraine, it's James. You can see Felix turning up the engine, so he's not holding back. The DRS activated. He's quite close to Marine, going very defensive though. Felix not opting for the slipstream and lifting off a little bit. So you know, maybe the Red Bulls are staying in tandem in multi-map 2-1, but Marine's tyres are older, and that might come back to haunt him at the end of the Grand Prix. Meanwhile, at the front, Alex pulling a gap. I think he extended the gap quite a bit. He's using quite a bit of ERS. He extended the gap quite a bit early on in the stint, and now he's just sort of sitting on that, maintaining the gap. Meanwhile, Esteban has another maybe 3-second time penalty, but he's sort of chilling in his own bubble in P4 there. So I think it's been a pretty good debut so far for, I think that's Max again, yep.
I'm watching the incident. Alex must have a gap of 5 seconds, otherwise he will still lose this race.
Does he have a 5-second stop go?
No, he does 5-second penalty due to collision with me.
Ah, right, okay. Thank you for that, Yana.
Oh yeah, so he did, yeah. I think I did see that pop up on the screen.
Yeah, Felix catching up to Moraine, but Moraine will have DRS from the Ferrari of Max. Hopefully he gets out the way without causing too many issues. As Max just looked like he really struggling. He had a good start, but it's all gone a little bit pear-shaped for the Haas driver in the Ferrari, because Moraine went to go get in the DRS there, in the slipstream, sorry, and nearly went into the back of him. That would have been quite a scene. But guys, what's your take on Felix's race, and how do you think it may unfold? Oh, Max is out. Sorry to break it to you. So he's gone into the wall, just 1 lap off scoring points. So
Again.
yeah. So that promotes Karen to P5.
What happened?
I'm not quite sure, but it looks like he's spun off at turn 4. And it looks as if, from what I saw, Marine looking a little bit shaky. Maybe Felix will have a go. He's got a lot of ERS, does Felix, and he's up in overtake mode. You can only imagine Rich Mix also. DRS enabled. He doesn't look to be fully pushing for the move, as if he really wants it. And lifting off slightly there, you can see on the throttle. So, yeah, what do you think of this strategy? The two Red Bulls just slipstreaming each other.
I think
very smart.
Very smart there from Yana.
The problem lies with Felix, because yes, he's getting all the slipstream and stuff, but it's going to really hurt his tires in the corners. So Felix might have to pit again, depending on how badly his tires are getting used up sitting behind Moraine. So I don't know if he should go out in front for a little bit, because he's not going to get much out of his tires at the moment.
Yeah. And in other news, the gap at the top is coming down. 3.5 seconds it was, it's gone up to 3.9 now, so Alex quite strong in the middle sector on his 11 lap old softs. Gone down to 3.4 now, so that gap really darting around. And with just 9 more laps to go in this race, is Alex pitting? No, he's not. He looked very over to the left there. But watching Felix, not going for the move, staying behind Moraine. So yeah, Moraine a little bit wide there. So you'd think these two have told each other, let's stay here. It's good for the team, good for Moraine in the championship. But Felix may fancy a pop in the later laps if he is looking this dangerous, and Moraine looking quite shaky. Ryan's in the pits. Good pit stop for you there, Ryan.
Yeah, probably gonna take these to end the race. I'm in P6 though, so I should get some credit for that.
We'll get some
I'm
points.
2 laps behind.
For Force India.
Points, though.
Yeah, you will.
I'm not racing though.
You're not. That good point. We'll give you that. I forgot. Anyway, we'll get Force India points maybe. We'll see. We shouldn't do that, should we? Anyway.
No, because it'll spark controversy, and they'll be like, well, it's going to have to happen to everyone, it can't just happen to me.
I think something to note there, Moraine was very wide off the final corner, and look how close Felix is.
Yeah, I did notice that.
Yeah, so Felix possibly going to go for a move now, but he's lifting off, he's not going for it. So, Felix definitely could have gone for it 3 or 4 times that I've noticed, but, really chilling, if you will, in the slipstream. But whilst this is happening, Moraine, not the fastest, Moraine is not closing up on Alex ahead. So it would be smart at this point in time for Felix to go for a move, or for Moraine to move over, as the gap at the top is extending, and Alex is most likely conserving as he's not on high ERS deployment levels, and his tyres don't look that bad, to be honest, with just 7 laps to go in the Grand Prix. Been quite a hectic Grand Prix so far, as we watch this Red Bull battle. Felix has heaps and heaps of ERS, meanwhile Moraine has only about 40%, so Felix definitely looks as if he's in the driving seat of this one. But looks like he's going to have to stick in the passenger seat for the time being as we go up the hill once more, and into hot lap mode goes Felix. DRS activated, and it doesn't look like he's going to go for a move. He's getting close and then lifts off again. So, yeah, Moraine having command. What do you think about the idea behind this, Ryan?
Well, like I mentioned before, this is going to hurt Felix quite a lot, because with all the dirty air, it's going to destroy his tire. It's going to degrade his tires a lot quicker. So I think if I was in the situation, I'd probably let Felix pass, because I think Felix has got a lot more pace than Moraine at the moment. And I think, well, what the gap is at the moment, I think if Felix gets let on ahead, Felix could challenge for the win, as there's only 7 laps remaining.
Yeah, definitely.
And the gap is extending, like you said, because they're kind of holding each other up in a way.
Yep. And unless Felix is leaving it till late, which wouldn't be an incredible idea, lifting off again. So frustrating to see that happen. So frustrating as a commentator. You just want to see him battle. But sometimes
Felix, I would pass him and just go for it.
Yeah, I agree.
The Ryan will extend his lead massively. So yeah, why not?
Exactly, and you understand the logistics behind it, but it's so frustrating to watch these two just chilling each other's slipstream.
And you can see Alex is getting very close to 5-second gap, but I believe Felix. Toro Rosso's round.
Esteban. Esteban's got damage on his front wing. That'll promote Karim to P5 because he won't be able to circulate with that much damage. So it was a good debut for Esteban, but he's run into struggles and he's going to pick that point out in P5. Moraine wide again, nearly in a little bit of a spin there. So
Felix has got to go for it now. If he's going to stand any chance in taking home a red, yep.
I think he's gone for it.
Go for it now.
Yeah, Felix going for it.
He had no
past
choice.
Up into P2. So finally, Felix gets past Moraine. Moraine not putting up too much of a fight there. Moraine's tyres, I think, will be in a bit of a worse state than Felix, but Moraine may have a chance to come back at his teammate now. He's not closing enough and not willing to go for a dive. They did get quite close there.
Nearly a Baku 2018 moment there.
Yeah, nearly a Baku 2018 moment. Yeah.
I'm still getting horrible flashbacks of that.
Yeah, same.
My heart just broke in front of the TV when
that
happened.
Depressing to watch the Rebels collide into each other.
It was, yeah.
But yeah, Esteban in the pits. And off he goes. But yeah, if the race was to finish right now, Felix would win the race, and then it would be ever so close. I'm talking literally thousandths of a second between Alex and Moraine. I think it would be Alex who gets P2.
Alex, there is one thing I need to point out. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know if it's true or not, but Felix does have a 3-second time penalty. So if it stays how it is, if Moraine really falls off the leader, then Felix could still win this race. Or no, Alex could still win this race.
Yeah, he could. With these two.
Because Felix says it'll put him 7 seconds behind the leader, but if Moraine keeps falling off, then Alex will win.
Yeah, Moraine looking quite thirsty.
The penalty of Alex can be removed because it's more my fault that we collided.
Very honest there, Jana, and we may look at that later. But yeah, good of you to say that, Jana. I know a lot of drivers that wouldn't say that, both in real life and playing the game. So good on you. Will Moraine have a go, or will he play second fiddle to his teammate?
There's no penalties for Moraine, so he's clear at the moment. Yeah, he is clear at the moment. So Moraine has no penalties. So if Moraine slides in any way, then oh no, I just gave commentators cards.
Imagine.
Oh no, I'm.
Stop speaking. Just stop.
I'm gonna say very little, but. If Moraine slides and puts himself in a massive amount of trouble, then Alex will win.
Yeah, I think if the race is finishing right now, it's Moraine winning the race, followed by, well, obviously presuming that penalty stays on, that may be removed. I think Alex has gone off because he looked very wide through the right-hander. Yeah, you see the gap has plummeted.
He's lost like 2 seconds.
Is it a puncture? As Jana mentioned, it's not. The Riz look fine. It's too late now for a pit stop. So we could see a very dramatic ending to this Grand Prix.
Anyone
what were you going to say?
Baku, Valtteri Bottas?
Yeah.
That can still happen.
Ryan, stop. You're going to call it.
Yeah, Baku. See, that's why Baku's a very good track, but it's also a very bad track.
Yeah.
That's why we need it in Gprl.
Yeah, season 2 was horrible. Trust me, I crashed like 12 times. I had about 46 front wings.
I crashed out at lap 1, driving a 1-2 with Janet.
Yeah, good times.
At this moment here, Alex will finish 3rd because of his huge mistake. That has cost him the win and 2nd place. So it would be a 1-2 for Red Bull, I think. Wait,
presuming the penalty stays on.
Yeah. If it does, then Red Bull will get a 1-2, I think.
If the penalty stays on, it will be a 1-2 for Red Bull. As we just about to start the final lap of this Grand Prix. And as it dawns on me, I do believe that, thinking about the crash, I think we will remove it, but I'm not going to say anything yet. But it's whether Felix is willing to make the move. He's got Felix's tyres just one lap older and a harder compound, so you can imagine Alex's tyres will be absolutely screaming for the final lap of this Grand Prix. You can see the more confidence Felix has, closing up 3/10 in the braking zone into turn number 1, and Felix will be within DRS range now as he opens DRS. The three of them, this could get very tasty in the middle sector. As
Felix is very close.
Turn 13, he will win this.
Quite possibly.
I think it'll be a photo finish if he gets a good exit at the penultimate corner.
Felix looked to get a little bit of a slide there, being a little bit too confident. He's wide. I thought Moraine was going to have a little bit of a dive there.
Oh, Moraine's very close. Oh, Moraine nearly touched his teammate there. That could have been curtains for the both of them if that happened.
Yeah. This is getting very close.
This could be very close for the end of the race.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm scared for what's going to happen.
Alex has very little ERS. Sorry to cut you off there. Alex has very little ERS. Felix gets a lovely exit. Yeah, what if Karen wins?
Oh no, this could be it.
I think Alex has it. I think Alex has it across the line. Alex wins. Bloody hell, that's close. But Alex wins. On track, he wins. We will have to check that later. It's alright, Jana, don't worry. But yeah, Alex wins on track for the first time in GPRL. Moraine does get the provisional win. So I believe that will bring Moraine home in P2, followed by Felix rounding off a Red Bull 2-3. Karen will come home in P4. Another great, consistent-ish. Yeah, another P4 finish for Karen. He's been very consistent, and I think he's gonna be winning the GPRL B Championship this year. That's the thing now. Esteban rounds off his debut in P5. Good job from Esteban. I think he'll be quite pleased with that, other than the mistake. But you can't have it your way all the time. Yeah, they left it very late to light the match. One more lap, I think we could have seen something quite interesting. But here's the podium. That's Moraine, the champion.
Matthew Gallagher, race engineer, obviously.
Of course. You're out there, Jana.
What?
But I think
Are you right, Jana?
with what the Red Bulls did, I think I kind of called it a little bit. I think holding each other off didn't really help in the long run, or it could have given them a 1-2 if Felix got let past a little bit earlier.
Yeah. So obviously these are the provisional race results, not classified yet. We will have something on them very soon. Obviously, thank you for joining. Ryan scoring his debut points of the season. Well done, Ryan.
Yep. It's never gonna get old.
Yeah. So, right. I think that is about it for today. Jana saying Alex P1, Felix P2, Marianne P3. So, yeah, I think that's about it for the Grand Prix. Hugo struggled, Jana struggled, Max struggled, but I think Alex shone to, if it is P1 or if it is P3, I think he'll be quite proud of that.
Ryan says to me, Alex passed Felix and Moraine under the safety car.
That is going to be something that we look at.
Yeah, because the safety car, it looked a little bit like Carmen, that they jumped the gun. I think because if you recall to Baku, I don't know if it was 2017 when Hamilton, he went really early after the safety car, and obviously you have to wait till the safety car gets past a certain point. So Hamilton went really early, and he just about caught up with the safety car. He didn't overtake it, but I think he did that. I think that's what they kind of did. They did that sort of thing, but I don't know. I think it was a little bit suspicious, the fact that Karim got into the lead, and also Alex as well stormed up the field.
I would like to see that footage. But I think that's about it. It was a bit of a it was a slow burn of a race, but yeah, again, good race. You know, I'm satisfied. We've had a good season so far in terms of races, haven't we, Ryan?
Yeah, it's been very exciting.
It's been quite fun. And yeah, next week. Where are we next week? This time next
USA.
week. USA, yes we are, thank you, Yana. So that should be an interesting track. If it's anything like it is in real life, then we'll be in for quite a fun race. So Yana, Ryan, thank you for joining me today.
No problem.
Yeah, was a pleasure.
And yeah, see you guys in a bit. This time next week, hope to catch you on the live stream. Hopefully there's a little bit less lag than there was at the start of the race today. But yeah, see you guys next week. Bye bye.